Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about alcohol policy in the US. Alcohol has been around for thousands of years and it's still very prevalent in society today. However, alcohol misuse is a dangerous side effect of consumption, so I'm just going to go over a brief history of alcohol and then discuss the minimum legal drinking age as a form of alcohol policy today. So just for a quick overview about alcohol use in the US, in 1770, the average colonial American drank about 3.5 gallons of alcohol per year, which is almost double the amount consumed on average today. And this amount increased after the American Revolution because Britain started to refuse to trade with the US for alcohol. Alcohol is typically known for three primary uses, which is nutritional, medicinal, and as an intoxicant. During the 1600s, military medics would use alcohol as an anesthetic due to its relaxing effects. And during the 19th century, finding clean town water was so complex and keeping milk from spoiling was also very difficult, so alcohol actually became one of the safest and most common drinking beverages. And then for alcohol consumption and binge drinking, the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism conducted a survey of people 18 and older and found that of the 50% of people who replied to this saying that they drank within the last month, 1/4 of them were engaging in binge drinking. So for a brief history on the minimum legal drinking age, it was established by the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984, which required states to increase their drinking age from 18 to 21 or lose federal highway funding. And Wyoming was actually the last state to change their drinking age. Compared to other countries, the US has a higher drinking age. If you look on this map and look at countries within Europe, a lot of them have drinking ages of 17 or 18 and some even as low as 16 or 15. So given this history, we're going to examine the impact of the minimum drinking age on crime rates, sexual behavior, and mortality. So a study published in the Review of Economics and Statistics analyzes the impact of the minimum drinking age on violent crimes, property crimes, and other alcohol-related crimes within California, and it uses data from the California Monthly Arrest and Citation Register to analyze people just over the age of 21 and just under the age of 21. So if we look at this chart, in relation to violent crimes such as murder or rape or robbery, there is a statistically significant increase in arrests of individuals at age 21. The arrest rate for people at age 21 for property crimes or drug crimes are lower than the under 21 age group, but the overall arrest rate for individuals age 21 is about 6% higher in comparison to individuals under 21. So in regards to the minimum drinking age and sexual behavior, a study conducted by the economics department at the University of Albany looks at alcohol consumption before and after someone reaches the drinking age of 21 and how it impacts sexual behavior, and it analyzes data from the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth in the 1997 cohort and focuses on people ages 19 to 22 that are unmarried. So looking at this chart, an important takeaway from this data for participants is the participants that had sex within the last 4 weeks. It shows a statistically significant increase by 2.7 in the amount of days a participant drinks each month, and a statistically significant increase by 1.7 for the days that someone spent binge drinking. And then if we look at Table 3, it shows that the minimum drinking age is associated with a 3.2% decrease in the probability of someone engaging in risky sexual behavior that might lead to an STD, so that's pretty positive. And for the last thing, there's a lot of research out there about the minimum drinking age and mortality, but I wanted to talk about something that we've covered in class, which is involving the statistical lives. So studies show that decreasing the drinking age to 18 would result in an additional 8 deaths per 100,000 person years of people ages 18 to 20. And then according to the EPA, as of 2016, a statistical life is worth about $10 million. So when we multiply these 8 deaths times the $10 million per statistical life, that comes out to be about $80 million per 100,000 adults that are legal to drink every year within the U.S. So in aggregate, that could be a lot of money to society, and the U.S. is saving a lot by having a drinking age of 21. So just to quickly wrap things up, studies such as the Michigan's Monitoring the Future study display a decrease in binge drinking when all 50 states did change their drinking age to 21. But aside from a decrease in drinking, the minimum drinking age also decreases arrest rates for people below the current age of 21 for violent crimes. And while it leads to an increase in sex at age 21, this also means that there are lower rates of sexual intercourse before this point, and it's causing or resulting in less risky sex at age 21. and just the societal savings associated with the higher drinking age is enormous. So this is just one example of a way to help regulate alcohol consumption, but overall it is a very successful policy. Thanks, everyone.